Hi everyone, Jim Murphy for Elite Style Massage. So today I'm going to do a video for you guys on tennis elbow. I'm going to do another one on golfer's elbow and tendon issues in the forearm there. I don't want to make my videos too long because they can get a bit boring if you've got long videos to watch. So I'm going to focus on tennis elbow today. Now, lateral epicondylitis, as it's called, or it's tennis elbow. Anything with itis in the title is inflammation. So if you've got gastroenteritis or patellar tendonitis, it's inflammation, okay? A lot of the time, ice is the best anti-inflammatory. Painkillers, not painkillers, anti-inflammatory tablets can help greatly if you can take them. So there's a few things you can do that can help speed up the recovery, because any itis, any inflammation normally is recoverable. It's not permanent. Any inflammation or something that's happened in the body, and it's normally because of something you're doing. The thing with a lot of things like tennis elbow is that you're going to go back to doing the thing that's caused it in the first place. So you need to look at keeping the muscles in good, healthy condition, strengthening them and stretching them as well. The first port of call, your first thing you should be doing is go and get treatment. I always say to my clients all the time, if you've got anyone you know, clients come and see me because they know the benefit of massage. If you've got anyone you know that's having problems like this, get them to go and have a decent sports massage or soft tissue and remedial massage therapy, as it's now known. Get someone to get in there, do some good work to soften up these muscles, lengthen muscles out, break up any adhesions that have formed. You get these fibrotic bonds that occur with fascia sticking to the muscle. And also you're going to find it really tender around that bone area. So you've got the lateral epicondyle there, which is the bony point you can feel. And if you look at my arms are really good to demonstrate this on, because I do a lot of training, so I've got quite a muscular forearm. So if you see me doing this movement, you'll see the muscles I'm talking about. So these are on the sort of lateral side of your arm. This is the medial side. So golfer's elbow happens in the medial side here, and it's normally from gripping or pulling movements, but that's another video. Golfer's elbow, I've been doing this since 2006, and I've never come across anyone that plays golf that is caused from golfer's elbow rather. Yet with the lateral aspect of the arm, I have had quite a few tennis players, because I also have done some work at tennis clubs and with tennis players. So that is a common thing. The most common thing I see it with is people that are working with tools, so tradesmen or plumbers, electricians, so on. And office workers. I do some very big publishing companies in London, and I look after the staff there because they spend all day publishing, or there's designers there, and they get a few issues with the forearms. I sometimes go and do RSI workshops in my sort of companies that I go to, and I just literally do work 10 minutes on each arm, forearms, wrists, hands, stuff like that, just to free everything up. And it's surprising how many people come to me and their arms are like rock. People that have never done a day's training or sport even in their life, but their arms are like concrete. These muscles are super, super hard. And 90% of the time when I treat people that are getting this issue, and I soften up all these muscles and I break up the adhesions that have formed, and there's a little bit of fibrotic sort of scar tissue that occurs around that bone there, and I I really do get in and do some work on that and lengthen things out, 90% of the time they get up and they go, oh my God, amazing, and it's pretty much gone. And then they go back to their work, and then they'll spend the next few weeks and months getting it maybe reoccurring if they don't follow the guidelines that I give them and what they could be doing. So again, it is something that is not permanent. It's quite easy to get rid of if you know what you're doing. But like I said, first of all, get those muscles sorted, because I guarantee if you're getting this pain here, I bet you these extensor muscles are super tight. So like I said, on me, they're quite noticeable. If I extend my hand, so that's extension, that's flexion of the hand. So these muscles that are extending the hand and the wrist, they're just getting overworked. So the backhand stroke of a tennis strike basically is going to be causing that to be working in that way. But it doesn't have to be a heavy movement even repetition. Clients that I see that are working in offices and they're spending 10 hours a day typing away on their laptops, a long time. Weeks, months, years even of doing it, that's when these things tend to occur. So it's just overuse as well of the arm. So it's important to get these things worked on. There's another technique called positional release technique, which if you've got super tight muscles, people have tight hamstrings and have tight forearms, and they try and stretch them, your body kind of rebels. I know people that have stretched and stretched and stretched for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and done really well. And then when they stop stretching, they almost feel like their hamstrings go even shorter than before they started stretching again. There's a technique called positional release, which is just basically a way to switch the muscle off and help kind of reset the length of it so it's not holding on too tightly. So if this lengthens the muscle and this shortens the muscle, you want to shorten the muscle for at least, studies have shown at least 90 seconds, do 2 minutes. Okay, so if you've got super tight forearms and this is really sort of tender at that bony point there, so you've got some lateral epicondylitis going on, again, even just stretching your arm up like that, so you're pretty much feeling that the muscle is sort of stretching that hand up like that, but you're shortening these muscles here. So you're shortening those flexors, sorry, those extensors, get it the right round. You're shortening the extensors like that, and you're gonna hold that for a good 90 seconds or more, ideally do 2 minutes. You can also put your hand flat on a table like this and kind of just lean over it, and you'll feel that it's just shortening this muscle, and turn around slightly like this as you're doing it, and you'll feel these muscles just completely letting go after that 90-second time. Okay, that's what studies have shown. So that's the first thing you can do. The other thing you can do is a little bit of self-massage. I'm not a massive fan of self-massage. I've said it in many other videos. I'm not a massive fan of self-massage. That's my job for you guys, is to massage with you. If you are not able to get to a massage therapist, at the moment there's this whole lockdown period that's happening, so nothing's open, we're not allowed to work at present. But if you do a little bit of self-massage onto that area as well, and I'll show you how I want you to do it. So if you can just get a cushion, or a couple of cushions even, because I want you to basically just to elevate that arm up, prop it up a little bit, find that tender spot. It's really easy to do. If you've got it, you're going to have this tender spot anyway. Find that tender spot, not directly onto the bone, but just off of it, just down towards the forearm more. Just get 2 fingers and just do a little bit of cross friction massage, pretty much as you want, because you're going to get tired doing this long before you're going to cause it too many problems. They say you can do it for up to 15 minutes at a time. You're never going to do 15 minutes on this. But if you can do this quite a few times through your day, just find the real stringy, sinewy area, because I guarantee you're going to have that if you've got tennis elbow. Find that sinewy point, get your fingers into it, do a little bit of cross friction massage. You know, try and keep the arm relaxed as you're doing it, not sort of tensing it. You want to ideally relax the arm, shorten the muscle slightly. Get in there, do some cross friction massage. It will feel painful at first, and then what you'll probably find is it will subside. So when you're getting into it, you're going to aggravate it a little bit. The more you do it throughout the day, if you do it at points through the day, you'll probably find it will settle down a little bit. And once you've done that positional release technique stretch or switch off, first of all, for 2 minutes, if you test first of all, before you do that first one, if you test first of all how tender it is, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? If it's at a 6 or 7, okay, and it's quite tender, when you've done that movement with the hand and held that for 2 minutes, you know, and finished that, see how much less painful it is. And I guarantee it's gone down a few levels, a few notches. And repeat and see if you can get it down as low as you can. Then do some sort of cross friction massage on it. That will help greatly, just to break up all that fibrotic tissue, a little bit of scar tissue that forms in there. So that's a useful one you can do. After doing that, then you really need to look at the strength and the health and condition of your muscles. So if you can if you've got access to a regular massage, and you can do that, fine. If not, you also want to look at, once you've softened up and sort of, you know, got these muscles in healthier condition, we need to look at sort of stretching and strengthening them in an efficient way. So I'll probably pop in another video of how I want you to do that. So something you can do to strengthen your extensors is just get yourself a weight, a dumbbell, if you've got anything, a can of baked beans, bottle of water, anything. So what we're going to do is start with your arm off of a table or a bench or a couch, or something that you can just sort of rest your arm flat on, and then you can drop your wrist down and move it up. So that's the movement you're doing. Hold a weight, don't start too heavy, because you're not going to be that strong with this kind of movement, because you're only working a small group of muscles here. So what we're going to do is just start with the wrist down, and you're just going to extend up. That's all these muscles do. Control it on the way up and on the way down. So stronger on the way up, slower on the way down. So we're going to focus on maybe doing 8 to 12 repetitions. Do that 3 times. So do between 8 and 12. Rest for 30 seconds. Do another 8 or 12. Rest for 30 seconds, and then one more time. And I'd probably recommend you do that twice a week to start with, while you've got this inflammation and this sort of tennis elbow going on. Once you've done the first week, then the next week go up to doing it 3 times a week. And if you're an office worker, do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Have something at work and do it off the end of your desk. It'll be a really easy time just to be able to sort of do a little bit of arm strengthening, just to get these extensor muscles a bit stronger, because sometimes it's caused by a weakness in these muscles. So something you can do just to help strengthen those muscles, really simple. There's lots of good videos on YouTube. I could probably give you another 8 or 10 exercises to do, but I'm going to keep them simple with this one. And also you want to do a little bit of stretching. Now, stretching for the extensors, So the muscles on the top of the arm here, if you just literally put your arm straight and do, or even without even stretching it, if you put your arm out in front of you like this and do that, you're lengthening and stretching these extensor muscles. So once you've done that and held it for a bit, if you want to give yourself a little bit of extra resistance, just pull your hand in towards you. If you're used to doing it, another one I like doing is just putting your wrist on the, the back of your hand on a table with your arm straight, and you'll really feel that stretching down these extensor muscles. Okay, so there's a couple of things you can do. But you don't really want to do that when the muscles are super tight, because when the muscles are super tight, as I normally find with people when they come to me, the tendon is pulling across that bone, and that's why it gets inflamed, because it's rubbing across that bone, on that bone, just too much. A tendon's meant to have a certain amount of elasticity to it. And when things are super tight and it's pulling on it all the time, it just gets it aggravated, and that's what makes it inflamed. So again, ice is a great anti-inflammatory if you wanted to put ice on it first of all. There's lots of little things you can do, but I just wanted to give you guys some advice today on what you can do with things like tennis elbow, and I'll go into golfer's elbow in another video. If you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the box below. I've done a video called arm self-treatment as well, so have a look at that. That's to do with doing a little bit of a technique called soft tissue release, which really can help lengthen these fibres out if you haven't got access to a massage therapist that can come and do it for you. So have a look at that. I'll see if I can pop it in the link below in the description below. So, see if you can get on with some of that as well, because that will help greatly just by lengthening these extensor muscles out. So thanks for watching. If you're liking my videos, can you like and subscribe as usual? If you know anyone that will benefit from my videos, please share it with them. Jim Murphy, Elite Style Massage. See you next time.